Okay guys, we're back with muscle building meals number 3. And I did a little poll on Instagram and asked if you guys wanted something dirty or clean. And it was kind of mixed, but I feel like since the last 2 videos were kind of really calorie dense meals, a little bit dirtier, I thought we'd do something a little bit cleaner this time. So it's not gonna be totally clean, we're still gonna use a little bit of butter and shit, but it's definitely a cleaner meal. So I got my coffee. For those of you wondering, it is a I fucking hate Starbucks. I can never say the name properly. It's a grande ice Americano with cinnamon syrup. Good shit. Sugar-free cinnamon syrup. Anyway, this is what we're gonna do. So what I've done here is I've weighed out 250 grams of shrimp, okay? The shrimp, for those of you guys who are wondering, it's Costco shrimp, okay? You guys know I love Costco. It's just, it's already cooked, okay? All you gotta do, it's already like cooked shrimp. All you're doing is measure out your 250 grams, that's like 55, 60 grams of protein. And then you're gonna throw it under some cold water, okay? And just let that thaw. It's probably gonna take 5 to 7 minutes to thaw out. You can actually eat it just like that, but we're probably gonna stir fry it up a little bit with some rice. Earlier in the day, I already got my rice cooking because rice takes about 40 minutes in this thing. This is a Tiger rice cooker. I love this thing, cooks my rice the best. Probably the best rice cooker I ever had. Anyway, so I'll show you guys the rice I use because it's actually really, really good. This is the rice I use. It is sushi rice, and this rice, whether it's cold or warm, day later, 3 days later, is fucking awesome. I'm gonna give Dorian Hamilton credit for this. He turned me onto it like 4 years ago. I've never been able to go back. I tried to go back a couple times, save some money. These are kind of expensive bags, and I couldn't eat regular rice anymore. So try the sushi rice. It makes all your food taste better. This is my pre-workout meal. I'll tell you what I do for my pre-workout meal. I don't like to eat a lot for my pre-workout meal. So what we're gonna do is about 200 grams of rice. This is not a lot, it's a little bit on the lower end for me. And the shrimp is extremely low in fat, very clean, okay? But because it's the off season, I can't go totally clean. So we're gonna add a little bit of avocado just to slow things down, because if I just do shrimp and rice, my body will burn through it really fast, and I'll start to lose my pump before my workout's done. So we're gonna add a little bit of avocado just to kind of make the carbs last a little bit longer. So rice is cooked. We got the scale out. Make sure you have a scale, okay? If you don't have a scale, you don't know what you're eating. So make sure you have a scale all the time. Oh, we went over. $198. Okay, that's good enough. So 198 grams of rice. And what we're gonna do we're gonna use half an avocado. Now, normally I would do a whole avocado, but because I gotta go train, and I gotta train back of all things. So if I'm training back or legs, I probably eat even lighter than I normally would, because they're 2 really big body parts, and you can get really nauseous if you're not fully digested. The worst thing I see people do is when they eat like on the way to the gym, or sometimes I even see them eating in the locker room before they're about to go work out. You don't want your body trying to digest food while you're trying to train. You want your body's systems to be working on driving blood to the muscle, creating a pump. You don't want your body trying to digest a protein bar or whatever you ate 5 minutes before you walked out on the floor. That's why we give ourselves, it's like 3 o'clock right now or 2 o'clock right now. I'm gonna go to the gym an hour from now, maybe an hour and a half even. Give myself enough time to digest my food fully. So you almost want to train, I don't want to say on an empty stomach, but you almost want to train fully digested so that your body can do what it's supposed to do and send the blood to where it's supposed to go. So just gonna slice up our avocado. somebody said in the last video I made, why don't you just squeeze the avocado, man? It'll come out. Yeah, I know that. I know that, but you're gonna lose half the avocado still in the peel. So I like to scoop it out to make sure I get everything. I don't want to waste any food. You know, man, we spend a lot of money on food. You know, avocados aren't cheap. Sushi rice is not cheap. Chicken is not cheap. And, you know, why waste it, right? So just get the most out of the money you're spending. Okay, the other half of the avocado we're going to throw back in the fridge. Cover it up. We're going to add a little salt to this. Okay, and we'll do a little pepper. Okay, so the shrimp are pretty much thawed. We're gonna warm up our pan. We're gonna use a little butter. I know I said it was gonna be a clean meal, but it is the off season, so it's not a diet meal. It's not a, you know, we're not getting ready for a contest. So I still want to make things taste good. So we're going to do like a tablespoon of butter. Now, I can eat this right now just like this. I can just throw it in, and I have done that. If I'm in a rush, I'll just pound this back with my rice. But we're gonna take a little more time and make it taste good. So we have the butter going. What we're just gonna do is throw the shrimp in the butter. Okay, saute that up a little bit. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And I know you guys, if you guys watch my stuff, you know one of my rules is not to do garlic powder because I don't like to stink like garlic when I sweat, but a little bit of garlic butter, shrimp is a good thing. So we're gonna add a little garlic powder. Saute that up a little bit. Now, you don't want to let this cook forever because, like I said, it's already cooked. The shrimp is already cooked and it's frozen. So if you let this cook too long, it's just going to turn into little pieces of rubber. Like it'll be still edible, but it'll taste like shit. So you just really just kind of browning this a little bit. And we're adding the butter and all the seasoning just to give it some flavor. I have some lemon here from a couple previous meals. What we're going to do is add a little bit of lemon. Oh, those are some seeds. Seeds are good for you, don't worry about it. So, some lemon there. What I'm gonna add is my own personal thing. I really like cherry tomatoes. So I'm gonna add some cherry tomatoes to this. It's just something I've always liked. So if you don't like tomatoes, obviously just don't add them. Slice them in half. Just add a little bit of sweet flavor to it. Okay. And then we're going to do a little more salt. And we're going to do one of my favorite condiments. A little bit of Frank's Red Hot. Turn this down. Okay. So now you can do this two ways. You can, it really doesn't matter. For me, it's a restaurant thing because I used to work in restaurants way back. You spread out your rice and put the shrimp right on top of the rice, or you can put it beside it. I like to put it beside it. It's your own preference. So this is done now. We're just gonna plate it. Okay, there you go. We use a little fork because a little fork makes you feel like you're eating more and you don't end up being a fat pig. So this is it, man. This is shrimp a la Haas.